Yeah, well, I mean, I know this one will be pretty easy to get up for tonight, so I know we're excited to play a team like them. A great team, playing really well right now, so it's a great challenge for us. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the recipe has been for us, but I just think we really get up for these games, and this one will be pretty easy to get up for.
What is going to be the big focus, especially early in a game like this tonight?
Handling McDavid probably always is. So just got to do it with it's a whole team effort against them and against him. So we know they play well at home, and they've just been playing really, really well as of late. So yeah, they're kind of clicking. So we got to be at our best.
I think you've played a lot of hockey since then, but the memories kind of come flooding back, walking into the building today, going out there for skate, things like that.
Oh, yeah. This wasn't my favorite before, and it's quickly turned into one of my favorites to come back to since. So it's been, great memories, obviously, with the finals and everything. But it's such a grind, and just thinking back to that time, it was, such a hard-fought series. Whether we were up 3 and then lost 3, and it was great memories and kind of the time of our lives. So it's great coming back here.
Matt, you've been on both sides. 2 years ago, like last year, this was you guys after you lost to Vegas, and now you're the team that's the defending champ. Can you describe that feeling when you face that team? Like when you faced Vegas the first time last year after losing, like is it hard to get up? Is it anger? What goes into a game like that?
Yeah, I was pretty angry playing against Vegas for the first time last year. I mean, there's nothing you can do about the year before, obviously, but you want to. They took away your dream, basically. So I remember that was a very hard-fought game, to say the least, against Vegas last year. So I expect tonight will be a very, very, very intense game with a lot of physicality. I mean, they got a lot of speed and skill, but I'm sure this one's going to be a pretty intense one.
Without Barkov, if he doesn't play tonight, how tough is that challenge to try and shut these guys down?
Yeah, I mean, he's the best two-way player in hockey, so obviously could use him in a game like this, but no matter what, whether we have guys in or guys out, you got to find a way. We've lost 2 in a row, so we got to find a way to get out of this sooner rather than later. And it doesn't matter who's in or who's out, but he's such a talented player, and we're so lucky to have him. And just to see him and his, ever since I've been here, he just seems to keep getting better and better, and people still don't really know about it too much. So it's crazy to me. I still don't get it, but he's super lucky to play with him. So hopefully we can get him back here soon.
We haven't talked to you since that Amazon series dropped. Did you watch the whole thing, and what did you make of kind of your portrayal in it and your role in it?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. It was they were around for a few months, and it was a lot of filming. I thought they did a great job with it. I just think it's cool. I remember growing up watching the behind the scenes stuff for the 24/7 stuff. As a fan growing up, as a kid looking up to the players, you were just always super curious of what they're like as people. You see them as players, and you want to be. I remember I always wanted to be like Sidney Crosby and Patrick Kane, and then seeing them in some of the off-ice videos and what their habits were and routines were and just what their lives were like. I thought that was super cool. So I thought they did a great job, and hopefully everybody liked it.
You played the. Just sorry, adding one more. You played the villain well. You've done it many times here in this city. You've done it before. Do you feel like after Oilers fans had a look at that, and maybe it even ratchets it up a little bit,
I don't know what they think about it here, but I know they like me in Florida, so that's all that matters.
No matter who you play in the playoffs, it brings back some memories. You get that familiarity with that place. But there's a job at hand tonight, and it's to get back on track and get back to our game.
And you mentioned getting back on track, getting back to your game. What's the big focus, especially maybe early tonight? I'm sure the atmosphere is going to be pretty electric.
I think Mo touched on it with you guys a couple days ago. It's easy in a spurt like this to get a little frustrated offensively. But that's not our game. It's about defending first, and that leads to our offense. So, play on the right side of the puck. Limit their time and space, no matter who you're playing against, but certainly a team like this.
You went through last year facing Vegas and had some really good games against them. You expect the same against the Oilers, that first kind of rematch post-cup?
Absolutely, yeah. Like I just said, it's no matter who you play the year before in a playoff series, you get familiar, you get acquainted with each other pretty quick. So, we don't see it very often, but certainly coming off last year, there's a lot of memories there.
And obviously, it's only been a couple months. Does it feel like a long time ago, or does it still feel pretty fresh being back in this room?
Maybe a bit of both. I mean, there's been a lot of hockey since then, so our mindset is where we're at in the season right now, and that's, like I said, to get back on track.
You guys have a good sense of, what it takes during a regular season to keep your game at a high enough level that you're ready come playoff time. What would you say about kind of the pace that your group has been at this year, your ability to keep your game at a high level and limit the lows?
Yeah, it's been a little bit back and forth, a little bit more inconsistent than we would like. There's certainly room to improve on that. Try to manage, how we're feeling both mentally and physically has been on our mind a lot, and physically we feel pretty fine. So we're like I said, trying to get back on track and find our game a little bit.